All right, welcome back inside for SJHL Weekly. We're going to be heading out onto the video chat now to talk to our guest for today's show from the Kindersley Klippers. It's Van Eger. Van, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
So obviously, we're going to talk a little bit about your agricultural background, given that this is Canterra Seeds Golden Sheaf program chat. So we'll get to that in a second. But first, the Kindersley Klippers right now, I would say they're rolling. You're third place in the league right now. Got a good record in the last 10 games. What's going on in Kindersley right now? What's leading to the success?
We're just sticking to the structure. We're really deep team, so we can really, go far in games. Just gotta find a way to finish out games here, leading on for the rest of the season, and then I think we'll have a lot of success.
Yeah, I was going to say, you mentioned finishing out the games. You're leading the league right now in overtime games. What does that do for a guy playing that much time in overtime? Is it been tiring? What can you tell us about all these overtime games?
Oh yeah, it's been a little bit tiring, but no, it brings a little more excitement to the game. We're taking a step in the right direction. Obviously, always getting this extra point. It's always big, but just we need to figure it out. Find ways to maybe not go into overtime. It's really exciting, but
yeah, for sure. Great to see you. Great to talk to you again, my old buddy, Mr. Van. I got to ask you about your coach, Kyle Schneider. Obviously, hasn't been around this past week with WHL Cup, but you're an old guy, and he's only like 6 years older than you, kind of thing. I guess just talk about what you've seen from him and having a guy that's not that old, but clearly very well respected already.
No, he's a great coach. He knows what he's doing. He really. He leads his team really well. He's just all around just a great guy. So it's awesome to have him. He's obviously young, so he's got there's always learning room and stuff like that. But no, he's a great coach, and it's awesome to have someone that young. He's easy to talk to. That's what so it's nice.
Yeah, for sure. Now, obviously just talk about, because, you have a team where there's a lot of younger guys and older guys, but the younger guys have a lot of experience already. So you talked about, we got to try to figure it out. I guess, what are those little details that you guys are all talking about that, these are maybe 2 or 3 things that, we're trying to hammer to turn, 1 point into 2, because if you guys have turned 1 point into 2 more often, you guys would be really flying to the top of the standing so far.
Yeah, just sticking to the structure of the game. Last few games going into overtime, we just little mistakes throughout the game that really we need to focus on to fix. And I think once we figure that out, I think we'll be rising to the top of the standings.
So Van, obviously a couple of stints in the WHL. You've come back. You played with the Notre Dame Hounds a couple of years ago. Very successful run for you personally there. But what did you learn from your time in the WHL? Because I know obviously different guys have different roles at that level than you might specifically here. What did you learn from your time going through the WHL ranks and then coming back down for your 20-year-old year here with Kindersley? What have you taken from that?
No, my role in the WHL was, I was kind of more of a grinder in the WHL. Bring energy for the team, and it's just always make sure you're giving 100% all the time. The games are revolved around mistakes, so they're gonna happen, but just trying to limit those mistakes.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously, that pressure is so big. Now, I got to ask you, speaking of pressure, this is the Canterra Seeds Golden Sheaf interview. And obviously, you have an agricultural background, Van. So just talk about, where your family farms, what they farm, what your role was, and what you kind of take from that into hockey.
I'm from Willowbun, Saskatchewan. We have, I guess, we do crop and cattle. But we've actually leaned more to the crop side of things. We grow, I guess, canola, lentils, and durum. Small town. Always always grew up. I guess there's a rink in Willabunch, so I always grew up, playing hockey all the time with my older brother and my older sister. But there was never too much going on in Willabunch, so and we kind of took care of the rink, helped out with everything at the rink. So I was there every single day. I hopped off by the bus at the rink after school every day. So I think that just made me, just really want to go far in hockey and try and be successful with it.
In terms of the farm side of things, though, obviously, like you mentioned, small town kind of thing. Obviously, a really strong community factor there. But on the farm, what did you growing up? What did you have to get into on the farm? Did you drive any tractors? What did you do on the farm?
No, yeah. I drive the tractor all the time. I was gone lots for hockey, so it was kind of hard to help out like during seeding and stuff like that. But no, I would go with my brother and my dad all the time. We would always go to the shop, and I'd help fix stuff, cleaning bins, just little things like that. I guess around when I was younger.
Yeah, for sure. And I guess just in terms of the work ethic that's needed that you saw maybe from your parents, maybe from grandparents, what were some of those little things, those little habits that you had to have, for a farm work to work out as a family that you kind of carry with you that, you're telling, guys around you on the clips, this is how it works on the farm. This is how it has to work here too.
No, yeah, like there's no days off on the farm, right? So got to give it 100% every single day. There's always stuff to fix on the farm, right? So I think that carries on to onto my hockey. Just always giving 100%. No days off. Just trying to be and just a leader too. So I think that goes far. Running things down at the farm.
Yeah, for sure. And obviously, you got quite a cast of characters there in Kindersley, so I'm sure you guys have a good time. I just talk about the last question. I got rapid fire coming up here too, Van. But just talk about I know you got a whole bunch of goofballs in that room there in Kindersley. So just talk about how much fun it is, I guess, to be part of that, because I know you like to be the life of the party too. But just kind of maybe reining them in at times and keeping them, if there's need to be focused. Now that you have this role both on the ice to put up points, to be on the power play and all that kind of thing, but also as an older guy, all of a sudden, I don't know how that happened, but older guy all of a sudden.
No, yeah. We have a great team, and this is one of the closest teams I've ever been on. We're all brothers on this team, but no, being a leader, it sometimes you have to say things that you don't want to say, but sometimes they have to be said. And I like being a leader. But I also like being, kind of like the easy kind of guy too. But I think it's a lot of fun, being a leader, and it sucks getting older into the league, and
happens fast. Happens fast.
It does.
It happens.
It really does.
Yeah.
It does happen fast. But no, I love being a leader on this team.
Yeah, for sure. And if there's one thing I remember about when we were both on the Junior Hounds together is that you were never afraid to say what needs to be said, and that's a great thing to have for sure. All right, I got some rapid fire questions for you, Van. So I'll ask you ones, and you can answer them as quick as you can. All right.
Okay.
All right, Newsies rapid fire. Whatever.
I think we have the graphic.
Do we have the graphic? Do we have a Newsies graphic?
Bryce, wake up back there.
Wake up. We don't have.
We don't have
it's okay.
it.
I'll get Van to go over there and do some InstaShed.
Yeah, there you go.
Get you ready to go. All right. One thing I know you're passionate about is when the team has karaoke. So what is your go-to karaoke song?
I'm gonna go with a little "Eye of the Tiger."
Oh, okay.
I guess.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I know that was a moment of passion, pure passion from Junior Hounds Van Eger one day. Anyways.
Yeah.
All right. Breakfast sandwich preferences, because I always like to joke that they should make something called a ham and egger at Kindersley. So, what's your breakfast sandwich preferences?
Probably just a bacon and egg sandwich.
Can't go wrong.
All right.
Sandwich.
There you go. Kyle Adamson, everybody down there, Gibby. Get yourself a Kindersley Klippers
Honestly,
ham and Eger.
why hasn't it happened yet?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Give me your best Kyle Schneider impression.
Kyle Schneider. I couldn't. I don't even know. Actually,
Fair
I
enough.
couldn't even. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. How about here's mine. Mine is just that he's like so friendly and polite. Thank you very much,
is
Gene.
actually.
Thank you very much, Noogsy. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah,
He's very, very
he's
friendly.
salt of the earth person. Yeah, absolutely.
He is.
What did you miss about Saskatchewan when you were in Prince Albert or Prince George rather?
You know what? I like them both, but just seeing all the farms, I
Sure.
like. And it's flat.
Yeah, Prince George is a little different.
The
yeah.
mountains.
Yeah,
It's too much mountains.
Yeah, too many mountains. We got to tell Jeremy
That's the
Corrigan.
first time I've heard that one.
When our friend Jeremy Corrigan, who used to be the director of media here, he's a huge PG
Yeah, he lives there
Cougars
again, so,
fan. He
yeah.
lives up there. He worked for the city of PG. So whenever he'd watch you play, he'd send me a picture. He'd be like, "It's Van Eger." Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you get excited, Niggsy, and I'd be like, "Yeah, all right." 2 more questions. In U18, you won a championship in Saskatchewan with the mighty Notre Dame Hounds, with obviously a whole bunch of boys that you and I both know and love dearly. Who would you say is your best friend still from that team?
From that team, probably I would say Vincent Palmerin.
Yeah,
I still talk to him.
Who doesn't?
I still talk to him to this day, and I get to play against him now, so it's pretty sweet.
Well, that leads me into. You're all done with the rapid
got
fire?
one more.
Okay, go for it. No, that's a
one
good
more.
Actually, I would
segue
say
though. I'll save it.
Also, probably Sam Bourgeois too. Actually,
Yeah, the University
live
of
pretty close to
Manitoba's
each other.
legend. That's right.
yeah.
Yeah. Sammy B would come to a lot of Weyburn games because he's from the big city of McTaggart, Saskatchewan.
McTaggart.
The booming metropolis of McTaggart, Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
All right, last one then for you, Van. You like your country music as well. Country concert for you, 3 singers or bands in that concert.
Ooh.
Probably Luke Combs. Morgan Wallen, and actually Def Leppard. Actually,
Ooh.
there's a little bit of that one. Yeah, I actually seen him last summer. It's
Beautiful.
pretty good.
Love
There
that.
you go. There you go. Rapid fire.
There you go, rapid fire. Speaking of Vinnie Palmerine, you're going to be playing him on Tuesday night, tomorrow, I guess that is.
Tuesday during the day.
During the day.
Yeah.
It's a
Bright and
noon.
early. Get up.
Yeah.
Set that alarm.
Tuesday nooner. What's on the message board this week for the Kindersley Klippers as they head to Warman, and then later this week you guys play Humboldt. So what's coming up on the message board? What's going around the locker room right now?
No, just sticking to our game plan. Actually Warman, they might not be high up in the league standings, but they work really, really hard. So I think we just gotta stick to our game plan, get pucks deep, fire as many pucks on this goalie as we can, and get in front of his eyes. Yeah, that's about it.
There you go. Got a couple of divisional matchups, so it's a big week coming up for you and the Klippers, Van. So we'll let you get going, but appreciate your time today. Thanks for joining us.
Well, thank you very much for having me.
Get those earbuds for the Screaming Children, Van.
Yeah, the
I
12
will.
o'clock
I will.
noon game. Those school
Yeah.
games, they can be pretty crazy. Appreciate it, Van.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you later.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right, there's Van Eger, of course, of the Kindersley Klippers, part of the Golden Sheaf program, as you can see, from Canterra seeds. So thank you to those guys. And always love those farming connections, of course, as we kind of always like to hit a couple of those throughout the year and just kind of drive home the fact that, not only is this province got a great hockey culture, but also that agricultural backgrounds. You just can't get away from them. It's in every little part, every corner of this province. And big thank you to Canterra Seeds, of course, for helping us with that.
Yeah, they've been
program.
awesome partners. Yeah,
Absolutely. And of course, the Canterra Seeds Cup is on the line.